Can you imagine going to sleep as one person and waking up as someone else entirely? Not just forgetting a few things, but losing your whole identity, your name, your family, even your language. This is not science fiction. This really happened. There was an ordinary man, living a completely normal life, a job, friends, and the same daily routine as everyone else. But everything changed in a single moment. He had a simple accident, nothing life-threatening, just a blow to the head. They rushed him to the hospital. The doctors told his family, everything is under control. They had no idea that what would happen next would change everything forever. He woke up. He slowly opened his eyes and looked around. Then he said the words that shocked everyone. "Where am I?" That might sound normal, but that wasn't the real problem. When his family walked into the room, he didn't recognize a single one of them. He stared at them as if they were complete strangers. His wife came close, took his hand, but he pulled away quickly, as though he was afraid of her. He looked at her and asked, "Who are you?" At first, the doctors thought it was just temporary memory loss, something that sometimes happens after a head injury, but very quickly. Something far stranger began to appear. This man hadn't only forgotten his past. He had forgotten how to be himself. When he spoke, his voice was different. His choice of words was different. Even the way he thought had changed. And then came the biggest shock of all. He started speaking words from a language he had never learned before. The doctors were stunned. How could a man who had never studied a foreign language suddenly speak it? They ran every test they could, brain scans, psychological exams, long sessions with specialists. The result? His brain looked almost completely normal. There was no clear medical explanation. But the truth was undeniable. This man was no longer the same person. His family lived through heartbreak every single day. They tried to remind him of his old life, showing him photos, telling him stories. But it was useless. To him, everything felt like stories about a stranger. He watched his old life as if it were a movie that had nothing to do with him. As the days passed, even more strange things appeared. His interests had completely changed. His favorite foods were different. Even the way he laughed was no longer the same. It was as if an entirely new person was now living inside the same body. The doctors gave this extremely rare condition a name: dissociative amnesia with identity change. A disorder so rare it makes a person lose their entire past, and sometimes build a completely new personality. But the terrifying question remains: did this man lose himself? Or did he actually become someone else? Months went by. Some memories slowly started to return, but they were broken and unclear. Yet he was never the same again. His family had no choice but to accept the painful truth. The man they once knew had disappeared. What remained was a new version of him, the same face, but a completely different soul. In the end, this story makes us all ask ourselves, is our identity nothing more than our memories? And if those memories suddenly disappear, who are we really? This is not just a story, it's a chilling reminder that we could lose ourselves without ever dying.